All right, class, as promised, we are here to discuss transfer this week. And again, we'll start with the University of California. With all of these schools, if you do have an opportunity, I highly encourage you to visit if you can. Definitely go on a campus tour, get a feel and a vibe of the campus, because that'll give you a really good perspective. Also, if the university reps do meet at CSM, definitely take advantage of coming to see them at a transfer fair or if they have regular counseling or tabling with the transfer center. So we'll dive into the University of California. There are 9 University of California campuses that actually accept undergraduate students. There are 2 UCs that do not. So University of California Hastings, which is a law school, and the University of California San Francisco, which has medical programs, dental programs, nursing programs, physical therapy, public health, and the like. Really are only for graduate students, but all of the other University of California campuses do accept undergraduates. So in order to transfer to a University of California, which is a great option for CSM students, it's something I did. So I transferred from CSM to UC Berkeley, where I got my bachelor's degree. Some keys that you want to know are that it takes 60 units to transfer. Generally, you want at least a minimum 2.4 GPA. If you are an international student, it's between a 2.8 and up GPA that they're looking at. And again, that's on a 4.0 scale. It's also really important to complete your major coursework or major prerequisites. You can utilize websites like assist.org, which we talked about last week, okay? The other thing that the UCs are really looking at is that you're completing these courses with a C or higher. So you can see you definitely want to complete your English course, your English 110 or 165, and your transfer level math and general ed areas from IGETC. And again, what does IGETC stand for? Intersegmental General Education Transfer Curriculum. So the English 100 or 105, the 110 or 165, and your transfer level major specific math, the UCs are really serious about getting that complete 1 year prior to transfer. And I can confirm this having gone to workshops put on by both UCLA and UC Davis. So be sure you're completing your English and your math 1 year prior to transfer. They're really going to be looking for this 1 year before. Okay, so get at least one transfer level math done, and as much as possible in terms of the math if it requires multiple math. And also be sure that you've already completed English 100 or 105 and 110 or 165 a year prior to transfer. So why are some students not admitted to UCs, right? A lot of factors, including grade point average, their grades in English or English as a second language, not adequately completing major preparation, not adequately doing general education, right? So that IGETC really works for most majors. There are some majors where IGETC is not recommended, but when it is recommended as a student transferring to UC, definitely want to complete that. Also, the lack of extracurricular activities or leadership activities as well can also play a factor because the UCs use what's called a comprehensive review to look at students for admission. Okay, so now we're going to talk about transfer admission guarantees or tags. And of those 9 UCs, actually 6 campuses participate. And you can see those campuses here. The campuses you do not see included are the University of California, Berkeley, University of California, Los Angeles, and the University of California, San Diego. Just because those classes do not offer tags does not mean that students don't transfer at solid rates. They just do not offer guaranteed admission. So with a tag agreement, you can sign one with one of the 6 participating UCs if you are eligible. Not every single major at those schools offers tag, so just keep that in mind. And the tag application is always done in September every year, between September 1st to September 30th. So this year's has already passed, so the next filing application for tag is next year, September 1st to 30th, 2020. Keep in mind, this may seem pretty obvious, but just note that in addition to submitting your tag, you also have to apply to the school, and those are different timelines and deadlines. So the tag submission is September 1st to the 30th, but the actual application for admission is November 1st to 30th, and even though you have a tag, if you don't apply, that tag is no good. So really keep in mind that you do have to apply. So how do you do the tag? You want to create an account, a transfer admission planner account, uctap.universityofcalifornia.edu. And here are some keys in terms of things that you need for the UC TAP, right? A username and password, making sure you complete each section, and the main thing to get out of this is to accurately enter everything, including your ID number, accurately enter your dates of attendance, so that is really key. If CSM is your main campus, make sure you indicate that, even if you take classes at Kenyatta or Skyline. So just be sure to be as thorough as possible. All college coursework is very vital to enter, even if you don't think it's transferable. And even if you've had courses from other community colleges or universities, report everything. Be sure to, again, also report your entire educational history accurately and with the grades that you're issued. Even if you have retaken a class or gotten academic renewal, just list everything. It's really also important to refer to your student educational plan when filling out the application and trying to stick with it as close as possible because they're really going to be looking at that. If you list it as a planned class, definitely plan on taking that. If there are gaps or if you did take breaks in your education, be able to explain that. But once you submit, you can't change things. So again, do it with care and caution. Make a copy for your record, save it as a PDF. Again, the deadline September 1st to September 30th. And then you can go back to UC TAP to submit your application later in November. So make sure, this is a really key thing I'm going to point at, that make sure that your tag major is matching up with your application major. That is really important.